playing the way you practice the way you play, and that is what's going to work for Cody. Now we're jumping back to another POV. It's another throws an early action here. This is Verox, and he gets a nice 5 point right there, right out the rip.
Of all these players' screens, they're going to want to get that up as fast as possible.
Yeah, they definitely got to get it up as fast as possible. Again, only the top 750 from this heat move on. If you don't make it, you can compete in Heat 2. And looking at the threshold for NA in the previous, looks like it was 340 points got you in Heat 2. And taking a look at Heat 1 was a little bit higher than that. So all these competitors are looking to put us some points. And oh my goodness, talk about some points right there, Shyo. But going on to another person is David. Starting off his day with 20 points as well, and another Marauder engagement here, Shy.
Yeah, first time I ever saw David was actually at Dreamhack, just learning about the entire fandom all the way over at Anaheim. People were just loving the way this man plays, pushes boxes, and just his entire persona personality over in EU. Right now with a smart push, gets that final tag down, and it's business as usual for David today.
Yeah, David coming in 17th place at that Dreamhack Anaheim. And you got to be serious. Right now we're doing this all remotely. We have a virtual studio and all those kinds of things, but Dreamhack was LAN, and this guy came all the way from the EU region.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the first end games that we're watching. A big charge pump all the way on height. This man flying in is now in big trouble. This will be a nice elimination if it does get wrapped up. Very nice shot, misses though after the edit, and there's the wrap up there. Nice follow through.
What? That was like a good old-fashioned clay shooting right there. All of a sudden, you just serve up and you run right into a fully charged shotgun. I know that's a very common play to make when things are kind of lax. Is you like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead. This is Ikfro right now. Ikfro is a prime position to start off your day, and you want to have your pop-off game early on. That is when the lobbies are a little bit easier for you to work with. And if you have that big pop-off game, a lot of our players that qualified into the semifinals in the NA East region had about at least half, at least about 30% of the points that were needed to qualify to get that threshold in their opening games right now. And we're seeing some nice work with the kits. Oh my goodness, the shockwave launcher. You got to be careful though. I'm surprised. Looking at his inventory here, Shyo, he looks like he picked up the kit. Oh, as he picked up that elimination, he's going to try to close that, but he looks like he picked it up because he does not have the mythical charge shotgun in his inventory. Mountain's going to be a big help for him as well. It's going to be kind of easy peasy. Just has to worry about, I'm looking at his mat count, a little bit low right now. So he has to be sure he has to take advantage of that, but he has plenty of shockwave launchers to vault his way, drop his way down, but I think he's just going to, there it is. And looking for the charge, shoot, goes right in there, and this guy's in trouble down there, and yikes, now we got a nice 1v1. You got to look up above. Is the only thing that can stop a shockwave launcher is the glider. Oh, nice victory royale from down below, and giving that default dance at 60 points right there, and a great start to this run.
But from this spot here, you can really just dictate and get many different beams all around the whole lobby. Anyone just trying to greed and settle right in. Some panic from some people at low ground. He's getting up close and personal now. Takes that box over. This player cannot defend it. The edit is not there for the pyramid that's in the box. And what a quick and nice repositioning. Good use of this grappler. There is that final, I think, pull towards a nice high ground spot. Now he's really in control of the lobby.
Definitely in control. You're looking at somebody that has competed in so many different majors, Fortnite tournaments across the board. Had a decent showing in the FNCS, qualified at least to round 2, finished at 175th place, and partner of Mexi as well.
Now in Canada, we skate on ice, right? Right now, Verox is on thin ice a little bit. He was in control of this whole lobby beforehand, half and half dictating everything now on the back walls. But in this box, he's come across a lot of materials and not picked up that metal yet, but right now has enough to really just push this game straight by, almost capped out on all mats. And now with that confidence is landing every single shot, even through ramps. Looking so good right now, looking back to that form that we saw in half and half. This player in front of him has eluded him for multiple zones and survived so many shots. Verox wants to just take him out at some point, not gonna be there. He's playing an edit course for position, gets right around this player and almost gets back into his box. He's trying to get every single elimination right now. High ground can't really stop him. That player almost goes down. High ground is still beaming. There's 3 people left right now, Verox being one of them. If he wraps up these 2 eliminations, gets around 130, 140 points, very good game for him to start the day off.
Absolutely. That's going to be the almost half of the points that he's going to need to qualify. We'll see how it goes throughout the day. We're going to keep an eye on the 750. What an eye. Keeping the eye on that person in the air. Big time hits from Verox, and now he has everything that he needs to wrap this up with a nice little pretty bow. And that bow is definitely going to be a nice 60 points total for placement if he could just get this victory royale. But no doubt, Shyo, it's going to happen. It's a matter of when and how.
Yeah, he has a lot of options to end this game off with style right now. Still looking to stay hot on his feet, stay warm with his hands when it comes to his edits, get close and personal inside boxes. He's got the insurance on his entire kit right now. He's got a shockwave launcher. If he's in this position, he can easily just, there you go, bounce up, go for a shot. In a little bit of trouble, though, repositioning with that glider, breaking off the build so that player can't actually survive. Pushing in the storm. Nice win from Verox.
6 remaining enemies to do so, and it's going to be a solid start for Wavy Jacob here today.
It's going to be rough, though. West is one of the worst regions when it comes to ping towards Europe. You thought I was winning with gameplay there. No, I respect that region heavily. Right now, though, it's going to be tough for Wavy to really kind of bring this back and be on the same playing field as everyone else. Confidence, though, is what you need to show box to box. Like he's on 0, looking for shots and landing 3. Nice for him there. Question is, can he get those final 4 players and wrap out this game?
Yeah, you're talking about halfway around the world ping. That's where you're going to see the attack being used so strongly and so expertly by Wavy Jacob. Now he's facing like a horde of enemies just trying to get right in like a horde rush, but that's some nice defense right there. And you can talk about that, Shaw. You know, this is when you play on your high ping, it kind of gets a little bit of, you kind of play a little loose knowing that you have a get out of jail card when it comes to your performance. You can always say, hey man, I was on high ping. But at the same time, it just shows you the passion and the willingness for these players to compete.
Yeah, I mean, practicing now, these are games and moments that you're not going to be able to get on your own region a lot of the times. So if there's no other games to play, especially for the whole weekend, you might as well play these ones out. 3rd place overall for Wavy. Close for him. As we switch over back to Europe for Scotland.
And you got to get these games locked down, Pat. The early games are the ones you can rack up your most points, and the more and more it goes into tougher games. And not only that, your mental is tested, and knowing that you're up against it, knowing a lot of players don't want to compete again for another 3 hours, and that is a really tough thing to do, especially for the ones that you were so close to qualifying. Getting so close to the summit and knowing that you got knocked down and you have to make that big climb again. And this is gonna get some nice hits right here. And again, this is the Dreamhack format. Every placement from the top 50 down is worth points, and that's where you're seeing points are racked up, and every elim at this point is worth 6 points essentially. 5 points for the elim, 1 point, and there it is. He just keeps racking up points, and that's why it's so important. You're gonna see later stages in the semifinals and grand finals tomorrow to stay alive as long as possible, because you're gonna benefit from mass points input.
Ooh, and he's gonna take him down all the way past Shields. Vortexia really needs to base up here, make sure he gets things right and secure. That shockwave launcher not really seen just yet. It's the only thing that can really falter his full plan if there is a passive player hiding it from everyone else. The zone does bounce back, so it's kind of good for him. Be able to control these builds, get down. Like, this is a nice edit. 165 points off of his first game. He's looking so good right now.
There it is. He hits the elim cap. I mean, he's been competing in solos, finished 62th place in the FNCS Heat 2 in the EU region, and competed in the Mongrel Cup and finished top 20. It's literally at 20. Now he has 21 points. Going for the big fundamental win right now with the big fundamental plays. Gonna expect some bank shots. Gonna go to the bank and get some hit time hits from the top here. Now really close to getting the perfect game. Control the lobby, control the builds. And like Shyo pointed out, just has to worry about the shockwave. Could be anywhere lurking, but what a nice break into that tarp. It just gets the big hit right in the back. Now we got a top 3 situation, Shyo, and I'm liking what I see, and the chances, like you said, the weatherman, the chances for a perfect game are really high considering it's a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, for Vortexia right now, if it's a top-down situation, he's really good at just editing and landing the shot down over and over again. Time after time, even if he's just ramping himself off, as long as he's above his opponent, he can rain down shots. There's the shield crack He's gonna end things now. Maybe go all in, all the way below. No, still staying up. Looking for pre-fires. This is where the player has to move out now. You can charge that pump. This guy might be playing floppers. Doesn't matter. Crash pad's in there. He's going for trick shots, maybe to the 360 charge shotgun shot to win out the game
throughout the remainder of the competition. And looking up on top, I'm not even going to pretend to know what that name is, but first place with 181 points, and even just looking at the remainder top 6 there, all within 1 point of each other. I do see, though, we got Flick up there. Vortexia, who we just got to look at, is in second place. I know, oh, there he is. DFavs at 18th place. Looks like